Andre. I mean, he's had a tremendous run over the past year.
You know, in this game, we love to see guys that can shoot it and guys that can run and slam dunk, but this guy can take over a game without even scoring a point. He's got great understanding.
Downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, enjoying extensive new development and rejuvenation. It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. It's getting noisy here in Oklahoma City. We're at the Peak, the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Westbrook with the block. Here's Ibaka. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Westbrook. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this, though.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And here's Green outside, but they recover it. Thompson passes to Bogut. Green inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by Green.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the wing on the left. Here's Bogut. That one's off. Still out of sync.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Durant against Thompson. Pass to Adams. Curry with the steal.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Here's Westbrook. Soft touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 10. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
This one for three. Another miss by Westbrook. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson to the left wing. Here's Westbrook. Nice D from Bogut.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Curry with another miss. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Foy in for Andre Robertson. Here's Westbrook, throws down the breakaway jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark's 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Ziegler's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. Azili's checked in. The dish to Waiters. Takes a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Ibaka goes in. And the rejection by Azili. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Cantor dishes to Ibaka. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Goes back up. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. The drive by Cantor. It's rebounded by Golden State. No luck. Nice D from Singler. To the paint. All alone. Shot's good by Waiters. Waiters got 5 now.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The 3 from Morrow, but they'll get another chance. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Oklahoma. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the young.
So, like, the youngest of it has to do.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Durant is out there with Dennis Cantor. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then there's Anthony Morrow. And it's Foy in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Randy Foye. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got the lead up to 10 now for the Thunder.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Rush outside. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Westbrook, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Curry kicks to Ezeli. Back to Curry. Right side, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got his first basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. He led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And then for Golden State, Bogut comes in for Ezeli, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Brandon Rush.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
The feed to Thompson. Westbrook drives in. Got that bucket in no time at all. Westbrook's got 23 points. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Thunder.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Here's Adams, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Thunder lead by 13.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting. His mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Here's Roberson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
It's stolen by Green, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And the Thunder with some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Kyle Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Here's Roberson. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for Golden State, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. 1:03 left in the second quarter. Here's Ibaka, and the rejection by Ezeli. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And the slam dunk by Spates.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And here's Morrow outside. That's good. Morrow's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Clark. Morrow with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it. And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
The Thunder shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he knocks down the first one. Singler hits them both.
Hey.
Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Foy. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay model. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Thunder running away with this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what it was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 25 points. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Good game for Westbrook. 25 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
The Thunder leading by 23. It's stolen by Bogut. Out to the right wing. Here's Barnes. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Yes, you know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to Pat.
How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Kev.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And that one's good. Durant.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were whopping 20-5.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Curry against Westbrook. And he slams it one-handed.
Let's call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Barnes passes to Thompson. Bogut dishes to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Barnes. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Pass to Curry. Back to Barnes. Puts up a 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Barnes.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. But they'll get another chance. Now the pass to Roberson. And Thompson sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Waiters, he's checked in for Andre Roberson. Here's Durant.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And that one's good. Westbrook.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Well, when you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And it's Green missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And stolen by Barnes. Here's Thompson. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor. And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
The Warriors have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got his third basket of the night right there.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
The Warriors have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Again, Curry missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And finished off by Westbrook. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
From the line. Outside for Durant. Fires for three. It's Durant on the wing. They shoot again. Again, Durant missing. The Warriors have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever?
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Spates. Rush comes in for Green. Ian Clark's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Rush's shot is off.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder Girls. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And for the Warriors, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Andre Robertson out there with Anthony Morrow. And it's Waiters in at the three. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
And Oklahoma. City making a change here. Westbrook's checked in, and Golden State also making a change. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. Fires from deep. No good from Bogut.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Ibaka dishes to Adams. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the Senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about him. And, guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break. And, guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Westbrook with the steal. Here's Roberson. Feeds to Adams. He dishes it to Roberson. Outside Westbrook. Shoots from the line, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Westbrook's got 41. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Westbrook against Curry. It's Westbrook. Oh! It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that. And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Double team on Westbrook. And so here is Oklahoma City. Down low. Here's Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
That's good from Barnes on the assist by Curry. And that's 12 points for Barnes.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Out to the wing. From deep three-point range. Westbrook, no good. Warriors trail by 13. Bogut kicks to Barnes, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Kevin Durant's checked in for waivers. And Golden State also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. Bogut battles through traffic and lays it in.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
The drive by Green. Here's Bogut, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The Thunder leading by 10. Outside Durant. From deep. It's rebounded by Golden State.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive. Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Stolen by Thompson. Takes a shot at the elbow, and another basket for Golden State.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Westbrook against Curry. From past the arc. Again, Durant missing.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 4. And Curry, here we go. And it's blocked by Adams. They retain possession. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The offensive rebound. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Timeout for Golden State.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, time a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the foul.
Yeah, it has to be quick because every tick is critical.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Top of the key. The shot is off. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, what was the key in secure?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player